since when we started putting up with ad banners being showed in our faces even in games? We have really hit rock bottom. Now when you buy a game, they will stick ad blocks in the corner of the screen. I wanted to believe until the very end that we wouldn't come to this, but it looks like EA is hitting a new low with its decisions. Now let's take a closer look at which games will feature this so-called native advertising. The focus is on sports simulators, such as Sport FC, college football and Madden NFL. However, companies can also place ads in the other games like Skate or The Sims 4. In the video you can see what form it will take, in your place or right during gameplay as a ticker at the bottom of the screen.
We estimate we can sell up to 80% of an individual's visual field before inducing seizures.
Of course, you might tell me that overall it looks very organic, since ads flash by in real life too. But it really bugs me that EA has decided to monetize a product that has already been paid for. I'd call this the first warning sign. In addition to these banners, games will also feature in-game content, inspired by specific companies. We've already seen this in other games, such as Porsche and Resident Evil collaboration, or for example Monster Energy drinks in Death Stranding. But I really want to point out that there's a very interesting distinction. In one case, an advertisement appears in the game as part of that world, and only a few times over many hours of gameplay. It's a different story when these are removable banners in various parts of the screen at every stage of the game. EA advertising has already found its first clients: Visa, Lowe's, Red Bull, Xfinity, Peacock and Mountain Dew. But any brand that wants to can appear just as easily, and this list is unlimited. I saw an opinion that people think EA will just milk the FIFA audience and generally not care about them, but doesn't it bother that these are just the first games to feature this built-in function, and that the list of such games will expand? Here's a quote: EA is looking at putting in-game ads in AAA games. We'll be very thoughtful as we move into that, says CEO. It seems to me that we're getting closer and closer to the day when even loading screens will feature 15-second ad blocks that can't be skipped. It's as if the launch of the advertising platform is the foundation, the bedrock that EA will rely on in the future. And when releasing new games and projects, they will already be thinking ahead about where they can natively, as they say, insert ads. It's really frustrating that for a product you've already paid for, you will still have to see those annoying banners in the corner. Gamers don't deserve that. I really want to believe that this will, of course, be kept within reasonable limits. I can understand ads in free-to-play games, where developers need to make money from the project and choose this route. But when a game is paid and you still have to see annoying banners in it, that's just beyond the pale. I see a lot of arguments about this in the comments. Discussions where people compare it to watching a movie with product placements, or going to a real-life game with even more of them. Of course, I understand that, but I'm not ready for this to affect my favorite games. I really don't want the days when games were pure art, untouched by advertising, to be left behind. I wonder if other companies will pick up on this trend, and if it will become the standard for all titles. First it was in-game purchases, then DLC, then battle passes, and now this in the $70 game I don't actually own. But they still don't have enough money, they need more and more. Well, as experience has shown, we, gamers, will just swallow this too. That's why I think EA and other major gaming companies will keep getting bolder and bolder, because we'll put up with all the antics they pull and say, well, it's like that everywhere, just look at those other games, you're all being overdramatic, until the baseline shifts and then they do it again for the next level. EA is really smart, they know not to crank the water to a boil immediately, they will rise the temperature slowly. These ads are not very noticeable, most of gamers won't notice or care about them. Then they will get bigger and appear in the menu, and something that will pop up in all stages of the game. What do you think about this? Thanks for watching until the end. I would be incredibly happy if you liked and subscribed, it means a lot to my little channel. Hugs to everyone, and I would love to discuss this news in the comments.